Chevening Nation, hope you are doing great. This week I'm so excited to share with you our interview with Dad that is from Vietnam and now he's studying the University of Warwick, wonderful university. And I cannot wait to share with you now 3 things that I love the most in the interview. And as always, I wake up 9 with ideas and I believe we should learn, apply in our life. Not only Chevening journey, but any areas in life. He has a clear vision about his life. And then he also looked at the other aspect of Chevening, which means British, foreign and Commonwealth. He knows that he's gonna be the one who contribute to the relationship between Vietnam and British government. What about you? Are you thinking about you're going to be somebody who's going to make a difference in people's life and also in your country and in the world? And think about we not only a taker, but we also a giver. I love that sharing from him. Last piece before I let you enjoy our interview is about the importance of being honest to yourself. And the whole conversation with that, I can see how clear vision he has and how exactly he know he's going to do and how contribution he's going to make to Vietnam and to the world. And then consistency about all the evidence he brings to enhance on his vision. And one last piece and most important piece is about being honest. And that is the best idea you can do to be outstanding among all the other competitive candidates. So just be your best self and honest what you want to do, and then you're gonna be outstanding. Enjoy, and I'm gonna see you in the next videos with other Cheveners.
Okay, so thank us for today. And how is life there? Can you share something like interesting things that you have experienced in the first day you came to UK?
Yeah, thank you for the time I'm here. I find it quite interesting to be living in the UK. I got a lot of new friends here, especially foreign new friends. I got some British friends who have me to experience a lot of British experience, like we having British dinner. We have a house party. Yes, this is currently I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
So have you ever imagined it would be like that, or it's kind of like more than you think? It's more interesting than you thought before, or it's like kind of like
Yeah.
totally different?
Yeah, it's definitely more than I've expected, but it's all positive. I didn't expect that I will have so many new friends, especially international friends, and I also didn't expect that I would have some British friends, because at first I thought British people kind of
Yeah, they
not.
feel like, oh, you do whatever you do.
Then first we have to get a little bit intimate to them so that they can feel more open. But actually, my British friends, they are very open right at the first time we met together. So yes, and then for the experience, I mean, my personal skills, I didn't expect that I would cook a lot here. I thought that I would eat out quite much, because I was not a really good cook. But when I came here, I started cooking more and more, and especially in my house, there are some international friends. Some of them from France, some of them from Korea, and they taught me how to cook some Korean and French, even Italian cuisines. And now I think that I'm definitely can open a restaurant when I come back to Vietnam.
Oh yeah, you probably can open like international restaurant, and that's interesting to hear like your story about how you love with kindness and openness of people in Britain. And that's one of the things that I love when I came here. Like people are so nice, and it's like thanks all the time, yeah.
Yeah.
And also they say sorry sometimes, and then yeah, this is like they're so kind, and that's one of the thing I think is make this place become beautiful.
It's true.
Yeah. What about like the housemate? How did you
Actually, I just stumbled across an internet website on the internet, which is room spare room
All right.
dot UK, and some of my friends in the UK recommended me to come to that website, and I just came there and find some places, find some house, find some flats near my university, and luckily I found this one, which is quite close to my university. It's like 10 minutes of riding, and I didn't know that
Riding
there's
your
some.
bike or
Uh,
riding like a bicycle or
of course, a bicycle.
like already
Yes.
like a car? Yeah. Oh wow, interesting. So you
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
bicycle. You have a bicycle.
Yes, I have a bicycle with
Ah.
a very nice, I mean, very reasonable price,
Well, how much? That's like.
like £25, which is quite new.
Oh my God! It's just so cheap, yeah.
Yeah, it is a second-hand bike
Yeah.
from a Vietnamese student in Coventry,
Okay.
and yeah, we found each other on a site on Facebook,
All right.
and that's how we communicated.
Wow, it's amazing. So I think a lot of friends can just ask you for some advice about accommodation and transportation to buy things like that.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think I bought like my second hand, but like £50, which I think is still really cheap. Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's really uphill here. What about there? Like, is this uphill or?
It's not so hilly. Yeah, actually, in my area, it's quite. I mean, the roads are not so up and down. It's just flat, and yeah, it's okay to ride to school without any much effort, like riding up and down.
Yeah, like it's sweaty even. It's really cold. Yeah, interesting. Lovely. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna ask you for some information about how you're planning for Christmas later on. So, but there's some question that some friends ask. This is simply about Chevening. So, there's a lot
Hmm.
of friends that I kind of like have time to ask and talk with, and you also have a lot of advice, I guess. So, can you share a bit? Why did you choose Chevening? Because as I know, you have a wonderful job before, and it was amazing job, and you have been doing it so well. So, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Uh,
interesting that.
what made me choose Chevening is I think it's a long story. Since I was in university, I started thinking about doing business consultant, and at first I thought that it's going to be nice for me to apply for a job which can help me familiarize myself with the consultancy career. So that's why I chose Nelson Vietnam at first, and I worked there for 3 years. This is a market research company, and it helped me a lot with building my experience in consulting the business performance issues. Business performance issues are kind of external business problems. So after 3 years, after I gain a lot of experience in that, I feel I need to build up my internal business management experience, and I think starting masters is going to be a great start for me, so that when I come back to Vietnam, or when I graduate, I will start my business consulting career. And Chevening, I heard that from a friend, actually a colleague of me. She was the last year Chevener, and she told me about the scholarship. She inspired me, and that's how I knew about Chevening. Then I decided that this year I had to get a scholarship, since I feel I got enough experience in the business performance issues. Now I need to equip more about the business management side, I mean the internal side, and yeah, that's how I decided to choose Chevening.
Wow, so you had like you have had really clear vision about what you want to do, and it's like a planned well before, and achieving is like one of the two opportunity to have that happen.
Yes, I definitely think for anyone that to win a scholarship, they need to have a really clear vision and objective, which then will help them strengthen their words in any letters, any applications
Yeah.
forms that they wrote down. Yeah.
It's like, so what? So why are you going then? What are you gonna do later on after that? That is slightly different, right? Well, yeah. So,
Yeah.
did your friend also like achieve Chevening before, or?
Yes, she was last year Chevener, and she's really excellent. I mean, she used to be my colleague in the same department. She got a scholarship last year and got a ticket in the Imperial College. Yeah, and this is a very famous university in the UK. And now she's most of the Cheveners have come back to Vietnam already, but she's still in London doing her
Awesome. Yeah.
internship. Yeah, she's still in London doing her internship.
Ah,
So
nice.
yeah, she's the very last one that stay in the UK, and yeah, I think it's the only one that got an internship after her graduation.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing to find out something that you wanna do later on, no matter when, and you're still gonna make some contribution. So, is she gonna be the one who's going to visit you, right, this summer, in Christmas, the one you went?
It's-
Yeah.
can you repeat what you asked me?
Is she the one who's going to visit you in Christmas?
I know. My cousin's going to the UK this December to experience a British Christmas, and
Wow. Lovely.
and I will go to London
Oh yeah.
this Christmas and probably travel a little bit around the south of the UK. Like probably will visit Stonehenge,
Okay.
and then yeah, we will come back to London in New Year's Eve to watch the fireworks.
Wow.
Uh,
Great plan.
yep, that's my plan.
I think, yeah, we want to go back with that Christmas topic later and just go back with your friend. I think that is a beautiful thing of Chevening, that the Cheveners, they inspire future Cheveners. So hopefully our friend, if they hear our conversation, they're going to feel inspired to apply, and that is like a life change experience, I think.
I hope so.
Yeah, it is really nice to get that opportunity. So, wow, yeah, so we have clear vision and we were inspired by your friend, Chevener. So what about your leadership? How you convince them that you really like good at leadership skills? And I guess you had 3 years in Malaysia and you had a lot of experience. So
Yeah.
what did you put in the presentation?
At first, I have to say about what I thought about the leadership. What kind of leadership Chevening's scholarships looking for? I think the leaders that Chevening's looking for they should have a clear vision of what they are going to do, what they are going to be, who they are going to become. It must be shown very clear in the application. And the second one, the leaders that they're looking for should be the one who have a big influence in their community, rather than a leader who just doing their job well, who's just a good employee. It's not that the leader that they're looking for. So I understood those traits when I start reading the application form of other Cheveners. I mean the previous year's Cheveners, and that's the very similarity that I found among the Cheveners last year. So when I come back and look back at my experience, I try to put the experience that I had in my university, and so in Nielsen, to help me prove that I'm the leaders who have a clear vision and who has an influence on the community. rather than like talking about what I have achieved in my company, what I have done well, my job. Yeah, that's not the thing that I put in my application form. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, interesting. I also like had a conversation like that before with Samia from Brazil, and there's some friends share like they they also like feel like they're gonna make it and improve that skills, not like only like make it, or they need to experience and surely feel that they are like improver. So like when
Yeah.
they know that that's the requirement and they work on that skills and they work on that like kind of like requirement and they make it become like a part of themselves. So
Yeah.
that's really interesting sharing, and I think that's why Chevening like a really long takes really a long time for applying, and you always can apply over and over again. You always can do and work on yourself and become truly like leader and success. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. So what about the networking? I just believe like you had a big network, right? So what is the thing that like highlight in your networking area? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In my the networking experience, I did highlight it. The experience when I was in my university, I formed a Facebook network and to gather the alumni of my university department, help people in that group to have an opportunity in the career, like talking about the career opportunities, inspire them or even orienting them to help them have a better, a clear vision when they graduate. So yeah, that's one of the experience that I put in my networking experience question. I mean the answer. And what I thought that makes this really valuable for my application is that because in my explanation why I create that group, I told them that I just want to have the generations in my department to have a clear career opportunities and have a career orientation so that they can contribute their best to the economy of Vietnam in the future. Because if you have don't have a really passionate workforce in the economy, so the economy is not going to be good, since the labor, the workforce is the most important in the economy. So it oriented those people to have a really good career opportunity, and career orientation will contribute to that mission. And I try to link all of the networking experience with my vision, because my vision here is also about come back to Vietnam, contribute to the local enterprises which are related to Vietnam economy. So yeah, everything that I put in the networking answer, I try to link with my overall vision, so that to strengthen
Yeah.
my application. Yeah.
Wow, that's so great point, because at the end of the day, they just need to see your big picture and how you like all the things you put it on will like enhance your big picture. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I love the way when you say like you explain the reason why you're doing it. Like it's not like you're doing this just because of like because like
To show off my networking skills.
yeah. But it's
Yeah.
something also like really a part of your identity and your future plan and your vision and helping the country. That's just really powerful. So I
Yeah.
think you learn a lot from that. Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. So your plan like going back and you're going to start your own consultancy like agency, or
Mm-hmm.
you plan to maybe cooperate with someone first or some company first?
In the plan that I wrote in my application form, I told them that I will come back to Vietnam applying for a consultancy firm first, and worked there for a few years to put all of the knowledge that I gained from the UK into real life experience. And yes, because consultancy is about experience. You cannot open a consultancy firm without any experience. So I try to build experience first before I go out and start my own business, my own consultancy firm.
Wow, that's this really clear plan. So, I think another thing we can learn from your sharing is about a really clear plan, what the steps you wanna do to make your like vision like happen. So it's like
Hmm.
accumulate knowledge and experience, and also like actually it's a good way to have a good network because in the big company or the company you are going to work for, they also already have experience and
Yes,
good network.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
And for me, I think everything that you put in your application form must very consistent
Right.
with what you stated at the very beginning. I mean, your vision. You cannot, talk about another plan, another stuff
Yeah.
when you writing your application.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, because I think it's really consistency is so important. Like even like when we're writing essay, I just remember like what did you have an assignment? You just like send to the teacher or whatever like that. This
Yeah.
consistency is so important. It's not about like what are you talking about, but like are you on the thing you put it there is really support or enhance for your objective of your essay. So I think it's kind of like similar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like focus, yeah, focus on the objective. Lovely. So what about what else do they mention in the application? What else?
Um,
Working
I
leadership.
also, yeah, one thing I still remember when I applied for the Chevening is that because I'm now I think the Chevening expecting the people who got the scholarship and come back to Vietnam
Yeah.
will also have some influence in the UK government's objectives.
Yeah.
So at the end of my application, I try to connect my vision with what UK is focusing on Vietnam.
Oh yeah.
So that's a very, very good point for you to highlight that you are really valuable with not only Vietnam but also with the UK government and help them achieve their objectives in your country. Yeah, that's a really important point that you should state clearly in your application.
Yeah, I think that's so great point because maybe the what we want to do and we express like our vision and what we want to do in life. But at the end of the day, they help us to make it happen easier. So we also need to make contribution. So it's like that's like two sides, right? So it's
Hmm.
a really good point when you emphasize on that. And yeah, I think that would be like one of the things to make you outstand from the other candidate, I think, because maybe
Yeah, that's true.
wow, that's thanks for that one. And what about the what else I mentioned in the application? Yeah,
Um,
yeah. You don't remember any other thing that is really important? I just like don't remember.
the networking and also the school application. You mean the
Oh
university
yeah, that is
application?
true. Yeah, that is the one that I. No, sorry, a lot of friends asking about how can you choose that one because as you have revision, you probably was like try to choose all the things related to that. But then
Mm-hmm.
they also actually Chevening, they actually also limit in some areas, right? They don't really like let you apply for all the areas. I
Mm-hmm.
so how did you choose it?
Actually, the economy is always one of the hottest. I mean, I think area
Yeah,
to how to for you to apply for. And in my application, when I try to convince them that I'm the one that who really eligible for the scholarship, I also stated it in the very beginning about the vision. And yeah, as I told you, the vision, I was to become a real business consultant and contribute to the Vietnamese enterprises. But the way that I make that point is I try to point it out the hottest issues in Vietnam related to that vision. For example, Vietnam is experiencing a lot of FTA, I mean the free trade agreements, and TPP was one of the very hot topic at that time. So I leverage on that point to make my vision clearer. And I stated like since TPP is going to have an effect on Vietnam, even though TPP now, this year it's not gonna be a real hot topic.
Yeah,
So
hopefully.
the,
Yeah, you don't put it if you apply this year.
yeah, for
After
this year it's
this
not
year.
gonna be a great thing to talk about. But for my year, it was really a big hope for Vietnamese enterprise. And if we have the chance to become a member of TPP, Vietnamese enterprises have to compete a lot with the foreign enterprises going to Vietnam to invest, and also have a lot of opportunities to go out and invest in other countries. And I made the point that at that time, Vietnamese economics and consultants would be very important to orient the Vietnamese enterprises and to take that opportunities, and also to adjust themselves to the new rules of the TPP. So yeah, that's how I make the point. And I think one point that's very important for every application, especially for the vision stating, is that you should pick a really hot topic in your country, a very hot issues that your country is experiencing, so you make your point stronger.
Yeah. It's like about really great point about making it really updated and also relevant, and it's like evidence why what you do going to do is something like gonna be suitable with the society and the current situation of the economy. Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
engineer. So then, so how did you choose a university like the one that you're
Um,
studying now?
yeah. The one I'm studying now is the University of Warwick. University of Warwick is it's a top-ranked university in the UK, and I stated very clearly with the Chevening is that I chose Warwick is at the first it's because it's have high quality, I mean the world level education. Yes, because I really want to make sure that my knowledge is gonna be really high quality. When I come back to Vietnam, I will apply it more effectively. And the second thing I talk to them is that because the course, I think this one is the most important. The course that I chose in the University of Warwick is really relevant to my career objective, because the course that I chose, they pushed the students to study and but like working in a consultancy firm with a lot of deadlines, with a lot of group work. So it's gonna help me to familiarize myself better when I start working in a consultancy firm, another consultancy firm. And yeah, so that way come back and I work, I will not feel so strained or shocked with the career. So that's one of the point that I made. And also, if someone wants to apply for Chevening scholarship in the course, I mean explanation, you should pick up some traits or some characteristics of your course which really relevant to your business, or I mean to your career objective and your vision. We will have strengthened your application form.
Wow, it's really clearly. So I just see like no matter what are the questions, but actually always come back with the vision, because when we know what we really want to do, we actually can
Hmm?
just like find out about every other thing easier, right? So
Yeah,
it's
because
really
the big picture that they wanted to see is should be clearly stated in your
yeah,
application. and you should try to remind that big picture constantly
Yeah.
along your application form, so that they will not,
Yeah.
feel that this one is whether it's a weak or a strong
Yeah.
candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like the more they read, they feel like they just feel more evidence and more example and more passion that you put on to make your vision happen. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
beautiful. It's like really powerful. So is it like how did you chose only one university, or because we had a conversation last time and we talked about like one of my friends are like only chose one university, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
might be
Um, for me, I did choose three different university,
yeah,
and but what I really made it is that I didn't talk much about the second and the third option.
yeah,
I just focused on the first option.
yeah,
And for the other two options, I just made a general point at the beginning before I go into details of the first option. Is that I just made all of the three universities that I chose were offering, I mean, a very good business courses, and it's helped me. I mean, the characteristics of them really, relevant to my career objective. You don't have to explain all of the reasons for the three options, but try to make one option. I mean, your very prioritized option
yeah,
really strong,
yeah,
rather than like talk too much about the other two options.
yeah. Wow, I totally agree because that's the point because they put it like first option, which means they know that you passionate more, and they
Mm.
just put like two other options for us in any cases. So when we choose the first one, which means that is the one we passionate the most. So we
Yes.
really emphasize on it. Yeah, it's really nice. Thank you so much for that sharing. Yeah. Any other thing in the application? So yeah, university and why the UK? Yeah, why the UK? Wow, why the UK? Why Chevening not Fulbright? Oh yeah, that's interesting. I think like you eventually with your clear vision, I think you can also get Fulbright if you want to. So have you ever thought about that one?
I did think about Fulbright,
Yeah.
but there are two reasons that I didn't choose and didn't try Fulbright this year, because at first I think my life for UK is really big. That's also what I explain. I talk frankly with the Chevening judges that why did you choose UK, and I told you that because I just love the culture
Yeah.
of the UK, especially the music there. I'm a big fan of music, and the UK artists are always in my life, like Adele,
Yeah.
like Beatles. I used to listen to the Beatles since I was very small. My dad always played that. So it means the love for UK accumulated inside me for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and also I really love the some of the typical food there, like this mashed potato, and yeah, I'm also a fan of tea. So English people and British people just love I mean the afternoon tea. So I hope to experience on those culture differences. Yeah, that's the point that I made. And the second point that I didn't choose the Fulbright this year, because I know that they didn't let you choose your university
Oh yeah.
and you get into the final round. They will decide what university for you to study, which is a really disappointing point of
Yeah. Yeah.
pride. When you want to study masters,
Yeah.
you really want to study at where you feel aspirational the most. If it's not aspirational to you, I
Yeah.
think motivation to study well there is gonna be lower.
Yeah. Wow, I just really love that point because I think one of the good thing about Chevening is that like they let you choose what you like because you know what you want to do, so you have freedom to choose. They just support you in terms of financially and networking and opportunity to come to UK. So I didn't even know about the Fulbright that they didn't let you choose university. That's not a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you said about the culture, think about like we watch television and we listen to music like you said, and one day we just hear and truly experience it by ourselves.
Mhm. So you can see that when they ask you about why did you choose UK, you don't have to talk. I mean the cliched stuff like because UK is really good at education or something like that. You don't have to.
Yeah.
This just the things that they listen to every contest.
Every year.
Yeah,
For
every
thousand people.
yeah. So just find something really unique and make you interesting to them rather than talking about the cliche stuff.
Yeah. And I think when you talk about like make it unique and interesting is simply just be yourself and what you think, because the way you think, your perspective is just different from others. So you just like talk about your perspective. It's make you different, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like last time that's why I feel like really amazed when all of our friends at the end they share like the only thing make them actually like step up and apply and think that they can like different because they just be themselves, and that's why I share what they think and what their plan for future.
Mm-hmm.
What a,
Yeah, I think another further point for be yourself is that
mm-hmm.
you just stick to what you have planned
Yeah.
rather than being affected by reading too many references
Yeah.
and then you change your plan just because you think your pattern is different from them. It's not. The more you stick to yourself, the stronger your application form will be, because then because you are the one who understand yourself the most.
Yeah.
So because it's more about proving yourself to others.
Yeah.
So the more you stick to yourself, of course, the stronger words you will think of to put it in our application.
Yeah. So and then from your sharing from the beginning until now, like 40 minutes almost, we can see that it's like really consistent, and we can see your best self and all the things that you share. It's just like your story, and it's just like all of our friends if listen to our conversation today can learn a lot and just see that you just need to share your best self and really that otherwise you're gonna not be like different from others. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like honesty. I don't know how to say, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's, it's like that. We can end up this like by being your best self, right? Like with what you want to do in life and use all the
Mm,
evidence and all the things to really push and enhance that. So now we're
yeah.
gonna talk about
Be yourself
Christmas. And you do you have
and
any other advice, maybe? Yeah.
um actually, what you have said is the most important point, but I just want to add another. I mean, another smaller angle is that you be yourself and respect integrity.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. I think the integrity, like I know how you can say in Vietnam, like but this
like
very important.
because integrity is like trung thực.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if you don't respect integrity, I think your application form is always like making up stories.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with that, and we also like of last time with our friend, and we feel like when we don't be honest with ourselves and we don't have integrity, we just like feel that we're not ourselves anymore, and no matter what we're gonna get later on, we actually don't feel good, I think. And later on,
Yeah.
probably you're gonna lead to something that's not good for us because we're not living with our true self. So it's very important. Yeah. And thank you for that. I think it's great to end our conversation. So
Okay.
yeah, let's talk about Christmas. So what is your plan for Christmas? Your friend, your cousin come over and go to London and then go to see fireworks and go somewhere, I don't
Yeah.
remember them, and come back London, and what else? Do you plan anything else?
So far, I think that's all of the plans I made. Probably it will change in a couple of few days, but currently it's not. It's still like that.
Oh, I love the thing you share about like your course. You working with the consultancy firm, and you have like kind of like group work. So are you guys going there every week, or how does it work?
Actually, in my course, in each module that we study, we have at least or three group works, which like we will work in different groups, and so we will interact with different international friends, different cultures, different perspectives, and from that point we will increase our critical thinking. So yes, this is a really nice experience to have you really familiarize yourself with the consultancy career so far. Because you know, when you do consultancy, you have to work with a lot of different people from different countries. So this is like a really big preparation stuff for me when I start working in consultancy firm. I really appreciate it.
That's wonderful. Yeah, great opportunity. And I think have you ever worked like kind of like consultancy when you work in Vietnam? You work for Nissan, but
Yes, I work for market research. Actually, is a real consultancy firm, but as I told you, it's more about the business performance. It means like marketing, what makes your sales or what makes your market share is not going well. But now I'm starting to build up my management. I mean my business management skills, which is internal side
yeah,
of the business.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's actually that's why like Chevening they also really encourage on the coursework that actually from the angle of management side. Yeah, it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, it's really like of important for influencer and leader. That's what I think. Oh wow. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
are you okay? Oh,
yeah.
don't go. Oh, yeah.
Vâng.
So thank you
Tình
Dan
cảm.
for today. I just learned a lot, and I also share with you guys some big idea. I wrote it here and then share with you. And we're gonna see each other maybe soon, Christmas or maybe
Okay.
another event. Okay,
Thank you
so
so much. Yeah.
and maybe
Thank
in
you.
Vietnam, I gotta consult, go to your consultancy company and consult something. And
Yeah. Who knows?